Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. This is the Bark River Squad Leader. It's in CPM 3V. Now, I want to say, I'm not sure on the handle material. I know that a lot of times Bark River either uses wood, and that's what this is. I'm just not sure what kind of wood it is, or they'll use some kind of polished micarta. It does have G10 liners, mosaic pins, which are gorgeous. CPM 3V. There's a good look at the knife. Now, that's actually after I've started using it, but you can see just, I don't know, man. Bark Rivers just have a different kind of level of beauty to them. To me, they're like sleek, clean knives, right? They're not fancy, but the fit and finish is 10 out of 10. They're not overly complicated. It's a cutting tool. It's not a sharpened pry bar, but they do a lot of things well. They always come with a really nice leather sheath. This is a modified clip point with two deep fullers. And the way they did the fullers, the way they cut the fullers out, it's almost layered. It's just a really, really cool aesthetic. It has we're going to call it a pommel, but you could do a lanyard. It's got a lanyard hole, right, that you can use, or it's got a place at the very bottom that you could run a lanyard. Now, it has a very aggressive combat utility knife look. They have several styles that are similar to this. I did one earlier last month I did one that I thought was the Squad Leader. I mean, look, damn near identical. The measurements were off. So this time when I went to do the knife, I made sure I pulled all the measurements, matched them up. This thing weighs about 13.2 ounces. It feels good in hand. It is a full tang. Now, JR sent this to me to check out. He's always been awesome about doing that and keeps me in great knives. He always sends paperwork. That's why I was a little frustrated last time when I thought I had the Squad Leader, because according to everything was close enough, right? And I pull all my own measurements. I do that. It keeps me, I've always said it kind of keeps me engaged, involved. But it's not double checking on whoever, filled out the particular specification list, whether it's Bark River, whether it's DLT Trading, whether it's Knife Center. It's not that. It's, for me, it's verifying, right? I can take somebody at their word, and that's fine, or I can do it myself. For me, it's not really an arrogance thing or trying to check or trip up or go, ooh, you were wrong. It's not that. It keeps me engaged with the video, but it also confirms information you're getting. While I'm not a knife reviewer, at best, I'm a knife demonstrator. At best. And I'm a novice at that. I want to put out as much solid info to you in my long form videos as I can. Let me say this. I will go back and cut videos up in clips. I just cut certain clips. Like this will be a clip I cut out. Me cutting this tire. I'll leave the original narration in. For some people, it gets frustrating. I don't know why. You can look at the bottom and tell it's clipped out of a full-length video. Here we go. Let's watch a little knife fighting, and I'll come back to that point. Watch old Scabber here. That's what you call stabbing an inanimate object to death. Here's the thing, though. This is what I was going to say with it. When I do these videos, right, and I'm just showing you the knife work, to me, it's me showing you the knife work, but at the same time, it's just me messing with a knife at the end of the day. And I feel like that translates better, right? There are some great channels on KnifeTube that do specs, and they know steel, and they know the properties of steel, and they're informative and all that, and that's great. And they do very well. What I do very well is just show you the knife work. That's it. That's it. You take it at face value. I'm trying to cut back on some of the narration. I'm trying to cut back on feeling like I need to talk through every single moment. The past couple videos, in fact, I just kind of introduced the knife and came in at the end. This one, we're gonna narrate, but we're going to take breaks too, so you can just kind of watch the knife work. Like right here, let's just take a minute or two and watch the knife work. We're mixing it up a little bit, not narrating as much.
Yeah.
We have to figure out a happy medium of that. Thinking about, can you see the stump up?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about, just keeping the narration, but not talking all the way through it.
Yeah.
Like, but it's trying to find that happy mixture. The only reason I say that, we've been doing this, 5 years now? And we reviewed a ton of knives. Remember when you told me we'd run out of knives? At some point we will. Some point we will. I had no idea it was going to be like this. I've also found, I wanted to jump back in here real quick. What I have found by kind of kicking back some and not just talking all the way through is I found myself watching the video with you. I feel like it's going to help me in the long run, not only get better, because I'm actually watching myself use the knife, because I've said this before, but honestly, I put the clips together. There's no real editing, which you can tell. I do the transitions, I mess with the sound, I mess with the speed, but that's about it. But what happens is, when on a knife like this that I love and I get excited about, and I try to pack as much into it as I can, I wound up getting distracted. What I found, even in this video, just a while ago, watching, just pulling that pull cut, right? I'm thinking of better ways of doing that, because I want to give you the best look at the knife I can. That's one of my strong suits, I feel, right? Let me give you some overall specs real quick while we do some batoning. And for those of you who don't follow the channel or just checking this knife out, I don't really baton in real life. I really don't, but this is a full convex edge. It's a 1/4 inch thick 3V, so it's a slab of steel. It does have a sharpening choil there, which will offset some of the harmonics. So we went a little heavier than we normally do. Even though that's pine, it does have several knots in it in the pieces I do. Overall length from tip to pommel is 11 1/8 inch. You have a 6-inch blade with a 5 7/8 cutting edge. Yeah, 5 7/8 cutting edge. The blade width is 1 3/8 inches. The inner grip, which is where your knuckles rest in a traditional grip, is right at 4 3/16, which will fit most hands. The ergos of the handle are unique. If you turn the handle over to look at the thickness of the handle, at the top, it kind of bottlenecks at around 7/8 inches. The palm swell, dead center, is 1 inch. And then at the bottom kind of bottleneck right before the pommel is 5/8. So it really contours to your hand. And if you notice, when I was cutting like the sandblast hose, I was putting a lot of torque and a lot of force, and I was really pushing. The grip on this knife is incredible. It surprised me. It was that good. I was able to get a really good strong grip on it. Overall, when you think of a squad leader, then we think military unit, maybe like an NCO or a lower officer, or whatever, squad leader, or a E4 to E4 Mafia carrying something like this. To me, it's not just a fighting knife. It is when we talk combat utility, you can start a fire, you can open your MRE, you can open somebody up, you can make tent stakes. You can do anything you need to do with this knife. It has, to me, it has a really nice pommel on it. You can run a lanyard through that pommel. It has a hole in the handle for a lanyard, so you got a couple options there. Bark River comes super sharp. They just do. Every one that I've had on the channel, I don't know about every single one, but I know the ones that I review come super damn sharp. This one is no exception. It's really got a strong 90-degree spine. Again, playing in there to the utilitarian use. Just an awesome overall knife. I like Bark River. I've had a lot of people try to talk me out of liking them. A lot of people don't like, didn't like Mike Stewart or don't like that. I can't help you there, man. I don't know any of them. I just know that I enjoy this knife here. We're doing a little boop, boop, boop. Big shout out to Kev from Peterbilt Knife Guy. He's where I learned the boop. And where you boop's right there, boop, boop. Just like that, son. The thing about this particular little dicking around, and that's what it is with a knife, just playing around. The thing about this right here, I was thinking right there, it's not a bad chest level, like machete-esque style. Now, it's not long, I'm not saying that. But if you need to cut your way through some stuff, the knife worked really, really well for that. Here we're going to make a tent stake, punji stick, spear tip, whatever you want to call it. Really good control, really good balance on the knife. The weight, they've got the weight listed at 13.12. I keep getting 13.0 or 13.1 ounces, which is about the same because it's 13.12 or 13.10. I mean, it's pretty close. But that 13 is well balanced. It doesn't feel like a super heavy knife, but it feels like a great companion knife. And that's what that is. Listen, guys, this week, we all know that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. We all watched it. We've all seen it. Everybody's made videos on it. I have not, and I'm going to say my piece here, and I'm going to let it ride. I'll do my causes another day. Charlie Kirk did not get killed for what he believed in. He got killed for standing up and speaking out on what he believed in. No matter what side you're on, and I don't care either. I really don't. Always stand up for your principles. He believed in standing up for his, and he died for it. In this life, you have a short window to make an impact. That dude made a tsunami-size impact for standing up for what he believed in, whether you agree with him or not. And I think we can all agree. We can all agree, while it was cut short, it's a life worth living.